just need to. 1 second. Hey guys, welcome to Non-Farm Payroll live stream. Bear with me a second and just how we doing, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Finally. Don't know what's going on with this platform, but I'm back. Can't get rid of me that quickly. Da, 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 da. Okay, done. Okay, we should be live on YouTube now. Barrios, only Richie, Cooley Von Strangey. Are we getting some familiar people in the house? So TikTok, hi guys, how we doing? Um, it's nice to be back after a few days away. Few days away. Have you missed me? I doubt it very much. Um, right, so we are live on YouTube. As always, we do YouTube as well. Um, just let me know if you are a new viewer to this channel right now. Are you new to this channel? If you're new, welcome. Peter Cole, good afternoon, sir. Um, Raz just came in. Nice. Um, so I'm just going to give you a little insight. I'm a price action trader. I only look, yeah, sorry, Dan. TikTok's nicked the video today. So I'm back, but no, you're missing my ugly mug on YouTube today. What strategy do I use? As I said, I'm a price action trader. So I will trade breakouts, false breakouts, flips, uh, I call them BPCs, but it's just a breakout, pullback, and a continuation. So it's as the market has broken out of structure, I'll look for it to retrace, wait for new support, new resistance to form, and then trade it accordingly in the direction of that trend. So, like I say, the strategies I would give them names in the sense, uh, Fenton. I messaged you last night, mate. No, you didn't win, buddy. Vic Snazzle won. Sorry, pal. I did reply to your message. Vic Snazzle won last night. So yeah, I'm a price action trader. I focus primarily on gold and the DAX during the London and European session, and for the US session, I focus on gold and the NASDAQ primarily. Uh, it doesn't mean that I don't trade the DAX in the US session. It just means I would always lean, if there was two setups and they both look the same, and I got the DAX and the NASDAQ in the US session, I would trade the NASDAQ. Vashish, hello, how are we doing, guys? Welcome. Terry, good afternoon. Yeah, Vic's enjoying your prize. Sorry about that last night. That was a proper screw up on my part. Peter Cole. Hopefully, uh, next month, not next month. We're already in next month. Hopefully, this month you might get a gold for NFP today. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I never trade the news. I trade after the news. Okay. So I trade after the news. So let's take a look at, so this is how I mapped out gold this morning. Gold's been tough today. We've got news in 20 minutes. So look, what's going on out there at the minute? This can go, that's down there. We're gonna readjust our structure like this and to here. So the price is 33 point, I'll call it 33.97. So 3300.97. This is what I'm going to look for. I'm not going to place this, but oh, hold on. Let's just have a little shuffle, a little shuffle. So that's what I will look for. My no trade range now. See, whenever the markets move, guys, you always need to move your structural points, what you're looking for, and what you wanna, where you want to take advantage of the market. So where where do I see clean space? So clean space, if we get above this level here, look to the left, we've got some nice big momentum candles we can trade into. Isaac, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome. Um, TikTok, yeah, I'm back. Sorry, had um yeah, had a few days away from the old TikTok stream, so I am back. We are going to see what happens through non-farm payroll. Potentially, we might get a trade, we may not. I'm not just going to put a buy and a sell on either side of a candle. We're going to wait, see what happens, see if we get a a move in a particular direction, and we'll see if we can trade along with that. Now, things that I would like to do. Do I trade euro dollar? No, I don't. But I will always look at a chart if you want me to, and give you my viewpoint based on the way that I would trade. Remember, everything that I do here, guys, is for you to see a process that is in place, and there's no gray areas other than what you see on my beard right now. Now, the idea of me showing you my process is so that if you're new or if you're going through a period of inconsistency, you will be able to see a way of being consistent in the market, having a consistent approach, um, that you can repeat on a daily basis. And if you want results, it doesn't matter whether it's in the gym, business, or trading, you have to have a process in place. And the process has to be something that you can repeat. If you have a process that is so bloody complicated, then the consistency is going to go out the window. Okay? So make sure anything that you do is something that is repeatable. So if it's repeatable and it's simple, you'll be able to become very good at it. So just remember, when we were talking about like Bruce Lee, he would fear the man who practiced one punch 10,000 times, not a man who knew 10,000 punches. So just become very good at doing one thing. Find that one setup, master that one setup, maybe that one market. And then once you've done that, maybe you might be able to find another setup on the same market. So, easiest thing that people would always say is trade with the trend initially. Let the trend be your friend. And if you do use those strange things called moving averages, then you'd say the trend is your friend until the bend in the end. Okay? Now, I don't use moving averages, but it's just an old saying that people like. Forgive me for coughing and spluttering. Got a little bit of the old virus here in the UK at the minute being thrown around, but it's not stopped me from looking at the markets. Am I selling? I'm doing nothing at the minute, Emily. I'm doing nothing at the minute. So what I am doing is waiting for the news to come out. Once the news comes out, then I will take a standpoint. So if we're above this 3,300 and the news drops gold initially, I will look to buy above the high of the current news candle. If it drops and then closes below 32.94, let me just put this in. So we're going to look for sells below 32.93.7. The news will be bullish. Bullish for dollar or bullish for gold? Do you mean it's going to beat forecast? Is that what you're saying? Commander in Chief, how are you today, sir? Are you well? Bullish for dollar. Look at that. Two people, both different opinions. Listen, we've no idea what it's going to be. Whatever it is, and then we trade accordingly. But looking at gold for sells, No, I mean, one thing I'd be a little bit cautious on saying looking for gold for sales is first thing we can see right today is we've got what we call a risk-off market. Okay, risk-off market, indexes selling off, yen strengthening, dollar strengthening, gold strengthening. So when you have a risk-off market, in theory, figures are rigged and they're already in the market. Wouldn't surprise me, but I don't know that, so I can't comment. Powers that be get them early. It wouldn't surprise me, but I will not comment on that. Yeah, he who has the biggest paper bag will get the numbers that bit earlier. As they say, it's not what you know, it's who you know, right? Wouldn't surprise me, but I can't comment. I'm not surrounded by the people that get the numbers early. But yeah, institutions, I'm not so sure, but if they got them early, you wouldn't need to manipulate. I don't know. I'm not going to comment on things that I don't know about. We can all. It wouldn't surprise me on leakages and things like that, but I'm not sure how early. All I can say is right now, without knowing any news or anything like that, we're in a risk-off day. And how do we know that? Indexes are down, gold's up, dollar's up, yen's up. There's it. It's a very simple way of looking at a risk-off day. Okay, so the news could impact that because the news could completely change the viewpoint. So whatever happens, we're going to trade according to our rules or my rules, and I will trade according to those. So if I get a setup, fantastic, I'll take a trade. If I don't, then I will do nothing and I will say, have a great weekend, guys. It's been a superb week. That's the kind of thing. And that's the way we've got to look at it. Because remember, it is a lottery. As the news is released, spreads are going to completely explode, go wider. The volatility is going to be there. So you just have to wait, let the dust settle. After the dust settled, we can then make a decision made around our rules. So things that we look for will be, well, let me just amend this. Uh, hey Med, how you doing? Um, Kai, good afternoon. Even when the news is released, right? Even when the news is released, why does sometimes we have positive moves when the news is weak and vice versa? Now, the only reason that happens is because the markets, people have been priced it in incorrectly. Yeah, that's why. Can't be anything else. So let's have a look, see how many pips we got. So 3,300, call it 3,301, but never mind. This range is 85 pips. So let's see if we can have some of that 85 pip range. And to the downside, if we get an opportunity, we have 73. Now, I am so terrified to say things on this damn channel and put music on because, oh, 73 pip range. As we go pip. Oh, there we go. Okay. Any questions coming in while we're leading up to the news coming out? Yeah. all a little bit quiet. All right, let's see what's going on with the NASDAQ. Now, this morning, this is what we were looking at this morning for through. If only this is what we were looking for this morning. Um, let's get rid of these out. Excuse me for coughing. Do apologize. Okay, so nice daily correction is in play. Gold's popping. Daily correction is in play. So you've got to favor the. Can I analyze GJ? I unfortunately just liquidated longs because I do not like having positions. Yeah, nah, I don't blame you. I'd rather take profit leading into non-farm payroll than sit through it and potentially having. What's the bias for today? Um, if I had to have a bias, I'd be bias longs on gold and shorts on NASDAQ. That would be my bias. That would be my bias. So, sorry, one second. Dog wants to come in. Come on, come on. Never get a quiet session. So you reckon we dumbing in by dumping in? Um, uh, I'm just going to go with where the market's moving at the minute. So we're seeing risk off. So that is indexes down, gold up. So if I had a preference right now, uh, dumping in NY session, yeah, potentially, but we'll see. Look, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to what happens through the news. But if I had to go on a bias, that's what I'd be looking at just based on where the market is. So right now, if I wanted to trade after the news, the thing that I would want to see with the market is I'd want to see gold drop on the news. I'd want to see gold drop on the news. And then depending how far it drops or how big the move is, I'd want to be a buyer above the high of the news candle as it opens. So let's say a new candle opens here, it drops straight down. I'd be looking to buy above the high. If it just spikes up, then I'll probably leave it to spike up and we'll reassess the situation at 2 o'clock. With the NASDAQ, something similar. I'd probably want to see it spike up and then I'd look for maybe sells on NYSE open. So that'd be my preference. Right, let's have a look at GJ for Commander in Chief. Let's start with the daily. I mean, look, that just tells me everything about this right now. It's a bit of a shit show, to be fair. N- Uh, So I would expect it to continue dropping if indexes are gonna drop, but we don't really have anywhere for it to go. You're needing a bigger move for it to clear some traffic. I think under 197 is the clearest place. It'd be where I'd be looking on GJ, but I don't. Um, depends how much room we've got here. What's that? 198. Yeah, there's room. You got 60 pips here. Tobias, how are we doing? Hey Mark, just got my first funded account, first try. Nice one, Tobias. Where did you go? Which company are you using? Apex. Nice. Okay, you'll have to let us know how you get on with them. Don't know of them. I've got no feedback, so I'm sure there'll be people out there that say wonderful things and terrible things, but it's always nice to know someone that's traded it and be looking for your feedback. So good luck with that, Tobias. How many of you out there are trading prop accounts right now? Will obviously can't be in. Dan, I got in on cable BPC at 12.30, 16 pips so far. Nice one, Dan. But yeah, I think GJ underneath 197.86 looks quite nice. Yeah, you got free range underneath here. So, am I trading gold? Um, I will do if it sets up. But remember, I'm not doing anything until after the news, guys. There will be no trade until after the news. Okay? So, so just this is patience, guys. You may miss the. I'm gonna go small on this, sell and keep it tight. Okay, go for it. I have 5%ers and funded next. Brilliant. Okay. Um, if anyone is interested in joining my membership at all, uh, and you want to know a way that you could potentially join without spending any capital, as long as you're trading live, you can drop me a business WhatsApp, or you can drop me a WhatsApp on 07365 138. It's a UK number, so I'll put it at the front. It's +44. There you go. So if you want to, your comment wasn't posted because of live settings. Okay, not sure why that was. 447356237138. There you go. So you can reach me on there, guys, if you want to know more about how you can join our community. Just send me a WhatsApp. I like the reviews on E8 Markets. We'll buy one account with them next. E8, is that by 8cap by any chance, or is that someone else? Not heard them. So we've got news in 30 seconds. Let's see what happens. In 15 seconds, guys. Right. So 5 seconds. Get ready for the spreads to start going crazy. There we go. Spreads are out to 15 pips now. And which way are we going to go? Gold. Gold's starting to go up. And gold spiking. Right. Let's see what the data was. NASDAQ's dropped. Non-farm payrolls, terrible. Big miss. Big miss. Okay, so huge miss on non-farm payrolls. Uh, I need to see what the average hourly earnings was. I'm going to wait for this 5 minute candle. If we get a pullback on the next 5 minute, right, average hourly earnings. This will give us an indication of, so unemployment rate has stayed at 4.2 and average hourly earnings has stayed at 0.3. So it's just the job, uh, the employment change, which I suppose is kind of expected when you get into maximum employment, right? The number of jobs being created, and with the immigration, this is exactly what old JP was saying the other day. Um, we're gonna wait and see if we get. I'm gonna wait, what, 4 minutes? Oh, oh, didn't someone just take a sell? If I'm, oh, bloody hell, yeah, that was a $20 spike, well, $18 spike on the. Oh, my Wi-Fi just dropped. Apologies, guys. Yeah, Cooley. Yeah, I don't think you'll be too happy with that one, are you, bud? Jesus. Right, let's wait. we're gonna wait. We're $30 up on the day, and we know it can move a lot more than that. Let's have a look. Now, one thing that this might do, right? Think about it. Old Jerome Powell, too late, numbskull, whatever you want to call him, according to Mr. President. This might put some more pressure on him to act in September. Now, that could mean we could look at this area here for potential buys because the market might look at this poor data and go, right, Powell and the Fed are going to have to react. Um, you did all right there, Cooley. You did all right. Yeah, so, but this is why I'm not even going to think about it. I don't care what the rhetoric is. I'll just wait. If we get a close above 23,015, we get a wick down, I'll buy the highs. Gold, the next 5-minute candle, if it drops, hey Paddy, how you doing, mate? Welcome. Yeah, there's been a big old spike on the news. So I'm just gonna wait and see. Remember, I'm not just gonna jump in and buy something because it's moving, but I will on the basis that if the market drops down on if the next 5-minute candle just goes up, then I'm not trading it. Okay, I'll just close it down. I'll look at another market. But if the next candle starts to move lower initially, I'll happily look to buy the high of it. Um, because we could see a 45, $65 day. Well, let's wait and see. And we've got 2 seconds left. Why is what the hell's well, we're not even getting a pullback, so yeah, there's no pullback, so I don't really. I'm definitely not taking any trade. You think I should be looking for a short entry on NQ? Look, I would wait now because ultimately the data is bad. Um, we need to see how the market's going to interpret the data, and the way that I will interpret the markets will be whether we get a close below here or a close above here. Um, and then you can create a story however you want to create that story. So the bad data, is that going to put pressure on the Fed to react? And if it is going to put pressure on the Fed to react, will the market create that pressure by sinking the market? Will it create that pressure by rallying? So remember, we've no idea. The only thing we can do is trade what we see, not what we think. Uh, so yeah, if we get a close above here, then yeah, I'll be looking for buys. It's just not even no pullbacks, not even on the 5. So that's me done with gold now because I'm not doing anything on that. I mean, literally, this was no trade range, went straight above that. This area was no trade range, and we wanted to be long above that area. Why? Because we've got all this clear candle space. Market literally just went above here, and it's just eating up all that clear candle space. So it is what it is. So bias, as I said, leading into it was long on gold, but I wanted it to drop initially on the news. I'm not just going to put a buy in, but that's even having a bias and like uh, a plan of say, right, yeah, I believe that we're going to see longs on gold or shorts on Nasdaq. That's fine, but you can't just trade it just because that's what you think. This is why it's imperative that you have a set of rules that says, right, if this happens, I'll do that, regardless of what your bias is. Um, but okay, let's see what happens here. Potential. Let me just pull up investing live, see what is being said. Okay, what's that say? Big revision. Just loading up some of the information here. 1 second. The data average non-farm payrolls, government payrolls, unemployment. The data, when you consider the revisions, is much weaker than expectations. The big surprise is the revisions from prior month, which tumbled from 147 to 14K. What? Uh, non-farm payrolls. Wow. So the previous month, the revisions were, they came down from 147 jobs created down to 14,000. The total month payroll revision was minus 258,000. Recall the initial report last month had state and local government adding 73,000 jobs, which was weird. That seems to have been not correct. The initial reaction is the US stocks have maintained their declines. That might explain the post earlier. Ah, Jerome too late. Powell, a stubborn moron, must substantially lower interest rates. Now, if he continues to refuse, the board should assume control and do what everyone knows has to be done. That's old Donald making his uh, tweet on Truth 2 hours ago. So let's see. We're gonna, in 5 minutes, we're gonna look to potentially get long on the NASDAQ. Let's just get rid of it. Sorry, guys. So we're going to look to get long on the NASDAQ if we close somewhere like this. Oh, what's coming up now? Fed Chair Powell said on Wednesday that the Fed would have 2 months of employment and inflation data to help make the decision in September. Little did he know that 2 months came on Friday when the revisions and the current month payroll data, which it was weaker. The September decision not until September the 17th, and it being August the 1st, it's a lot of time for more Truth Social posts. There is a 75% chance of a rate cut in September. Okay, so guys, there you go. So look, the market positioning, according to Bloomberg institutions, has changed massively. So on Wednesday night, after Powell had been speaking, there was a 37% chance of a rate cut in September. That, based on this data, has jumped to 75%. So we want to be looking at based even structure here in 3 minutes. Hopefully it doesn't move too far. We want to look for buys above the high of this candle if the next candle wicks down. Oh, that's what I'm going to do anyway. What the hell is going on? Some crazy stuff's going on with so we are looking at buys potentially in 2 minutes above the high of the current candle. So the high, according to my data, is 23,000 and call it 53. So, but we need to see a close above here. If we get a close above here, next candle wicks down, we'll be looking for longs. We've got 1 minute and 4 seconds. We're at 45 seconds, guys. If we get a close above, wick down, we'll buy the high. Apologies, coughing and spluttering. 12 seconds. So let's see. And there we go. Okay, orders gone in. Orders in. Let me just move that. We get 20, 20 pip first target. Change the screens 1 second. I'm just trying to do it on TikTok. My favorite. Is the liquidity of the quantitative market still sufficient for my investment funds? No idea. Um, right. I don't understand why I have these issues with TikTok. All right, I'm just change it on YouTube while while we're waiting. There we go. YouTube. There you go. Screen's changed. Try again on TikTok. Sorry, Max. I'm not quite sure of the question. So, oh, for God's sake, TikTok. Why do you never allow me to change screens? I'm on 56 at the minute, and the train line of the intern quantitative organism for the market is 6. You on the right channel, mate? I am on 56 at the minute, and the train line of the intern quantitative organism for the market is 6. You're talking a different language, man. I have no idea what you're talking about. Apologies. Whatever that is, it's over my head. If there's anyone that's watching that knows what Max is talking about, just reply to him, please, because I can't. And I'm trying to change the screen, guys, on TikTok. I do apologize. I don't understand why I can never do it on TikTok. So if you're struggling to see, guys, just jump onto YouTube and you'll be able to see the order wherever it is. Gold still ramming. Someone give me strength. So guys, I literally cannot change the screen on TikTok for some. Uh, no idea, guys. There's some. I can't even. Not even letting me change anything now on TikTok. Okay, tools, scene layout. Let's try again. Display capture. So while we're waiting for TikTok to sort itself out, you can see the order on YouTube, guys. Literally, I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, it's not allowing me to do anything on TikTok right now. It's like TikTok's frozen. Emmanuel, how are we doing, guys? Encourage your viewers to send gifts and thank them for your support. Yeah. Um. No device detected. What? Try again. So, guys, thank you so much for attending. Um, if this is your first time to the live stream on either YouTube or TikTok, please let me know. Remember, we've got buy orders above the high of the NASDAQ 15-minute candle. I don't mind it coming down like this. If it keeps dropping, we don't get triggered. What just happened with gold? Non-farm payroll. Shocking news for the dollar. Okay, so it just popped up for a split second then and then left. So yeah, it was really bad news. And it's not so much, obviously the data this month was a big miss, but it was more regarding last month's data. Last month's data was revised down from 147,000 jobs to just down to 14,000 jobs. So a huge revision. So that's properly goosed the market, which if you're a gold buyer, fantastic. Um, but we need to wait now because one thing that this has done for gold is it's created coins. Nice. What this has done is created some clear candle space to trade into. So probably not today, but Monday we can look for some kind of corrective move, new support to be formed, and then we can look to be a buyer. Um, Nasdaq is back in the middle of the range. See, yeah, gold trader. Yeah, feel for you, man. You liquid, but I think you did the right thing. You know, no point leaving positions open ahead of a news announcement like that that could just spike you out. Is it likely to keep going up? I mean, look, that data was pretty lousy for the US, so I would expect so. I mean, look, the market, as I said, leading into it was a risk-off day. You've got indexes going up, you've got gold going up, indexes going down, gold going up, yen going up, and dollar going up. So yeah, it was a risk-off day until the news came out, and then obviously the dollar's just tanked. So now it's what happens next. It was just really, really bad dollar data. So bad dollar data, in theory, dollar down. and the likelihood of some kind of measure from the Fed will probably only make the dollar go further down based on interest rate cuts. The process 38. So in a bad month, win rate will be around 50 to 60%, and a good month, 75. What's the typical RR? It'll anywhere between like 0.75 and zero point 0.9. Slightly inverted because I scale out quickly. Pleasure. We are just sat here like sitting ducks waiting for the market. Um, see if we can. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Don't hold positions open through big volatile news events. NFP, CPI data, they're all going to create huge vol swings. Your stops won't get filled. No divide. Ah, there we go. Right, finally. So we'll wait. What way do you work this? What way do you work this? Give me a clue. What's the question? What way do I work this? Not sure on the question there. My Julies, can you just ask me the question in a different way? Do you see any other opportunities on other currency pairs? Um, yeah, I mean, this kind of move is just going to send dollar down. So you're just going to be looking, if you want any type of trade, in my opinion, it's going to be looking for some sort of continuation with selling dollar after that news. My Julies, you're gonna have to. I've missed the TikTok lives. You've been doing only YouTube recently, and I can't comment on there. Um, no, TikTok restricted my use for some reason for 3 days. So it's not down to me. I would do TikTok live every day, same as I would do with YouTube, but I did something wrong. I don't know what it was. Maybe you guys can tell me. People said it was music. Someone else said it's the scrolling text. Thank you. It's nice for you to say that. Um, I've missed you guys. It's been quiet because YouTube's great, but there's definitely more questions on TikTok. So we're just it's not been a very active week, um, but yeah, there was a move. Didn't There was no trading opportunity though, so I wouldn't have taken anything. Mm, yeah, no trades. No, I'm gonna cancel the. In fact, I'm gonna leave the NASDQ order there just for the time being. Just for the time being. I was gonna cancel it. So got a buy. I've got a buy order above the high of this bullish candle. Um, I'm quite happy to. Let me see what the we got. What is it? 15 pips to fill that wick. 15 pips to fill that wick. If we break the low of that 15-minute candle, that we've got the order above. I'll cancel the order. So I've brought my entry down above the high of this bearish candle right now. And I'll leave it there, just for the next candle. Flip on gold. Yeah, 30-minute. Wait for this. This can all go now. Yeah, I think gold flip would be nice actually done. I'm getting rid of NASDAQ order. See how many pips we got. Let's just bring the screen back to YouTube. See what we've got here. 68 pips. Okay. So in about a minute and a half, if the next candle goes down, we get a nice $4 or $5 drop. Then we can look at buys above the current candle. Um, right, 40 seconds. Hmm, 45 pips. And getting smaller. No, I'm not interested in this now. Too close. Not interested in anything. Yeah, you know what, guys? I'm really, really not interested in anything. No, I think I think it's time to maybe, yeah. These I think I'm done for today, guys. I wanted to see if there was going to be something we could look at trading, but the only thing I'm interested in, again, we'll see what happens on the open, is the Nasdaq, because the pressure of those numbers will, in my opinion, only add to the market anticipating that. I mean, look, the Fed cut is best part of 6, 7 weeks away. So if they do cut, even though they're forecasting 75% chance, there's another set of data to come out next month. So if that's big numbers, then obviously the percentage chance of that happening is going to drop. Uh, how long did it take to become profitable? Well, if I go back, now I used to swing trade when I first started, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna show you. Let me show you a chart. And this is what I used to trade. And it was just easy. I mean, to be fair, I've not looked at daily charts for quite some time, and but there's some nice cyclical patterns going on. That's just horrible. But I'm going to take you back to when I first started. I'm going to have to go back. Well, let me see if they might not even have the data. And you'll know what I mean. There we go. Right. This is when I started trading. Now, really, really simple. Just look at every time price broke. Oh, look what it did. So you just look at every time price broke structure lows. Every time. Came down, broke, retest, sold off. Retest, came back. Retest, came back. Broke, retest, retest. Broke, retest. Broke, retest. Tested same level, retest. Broke, retest. Came down, retest. Yeah. Higher, I mean, this was just like the easiest period to trade in ever. It just respected. Trends were just so simple back then. This 2011, guys. Really, really simple. Um, and if you go back to a similar period, if you just look at Euro Aussie daily chart and then just look for every double top and double bottom, it was bonkers. Um, I'll show you. Uh, Euro. It was just a very easy way of trading back then. And it properly moved. I mean, I've not looked at Euro Aussie maybe since about 2015. Yeah, literally just used to do double bottoms, double top. Double bottom, reverse, came back down, higher lows. Again, double top, lower high, all the way down, double bottom. Now, if you look at commitment to traders report, I can't remember what it was, if it was Euro or Aussie, but you'll find that each one of these set up around a COT extreme, and it was so simple, so simple. But yeah, markets changed a lot. Markets changed a lot, so I had to change, and that was it. Uh, Well, it's not irrelevant about the September rate cut because it's how the institute, if you go by Bloomberg's forecast on percentage chance of rate cut, then that will give you an inclination of how the markets are pricing it in now. So if they're forecasting, if they've just switched from 37% on Wednesday to 75% today, then how you look at the September rate cut is important. Whether they do or they don't doesn't matter. It's how the market are anticipating that move, and that's what the that's what you use the forecasting for from Bloomberg. So again, it is a long way away, and the viewpoint of the institutions, the traders, could change on the next set of data that comes out, or it could be more bad data and the chance of a rate cut increases, at which point you'll see gold continue to go higher and indexes. Well, indexes is going to be interesting because obviously, as we know, Powell's not going to be bullied, and if anything, I feel like Powell dug his heels in a little bit this time. He was making it sound as though there was no need and maybe chance of hikes and things like that. So I feel like he dug his heels in this time, maybe just to piss Trump off. So these are things that, let them have their war of words, and we'll just watch what the market does, and then we'll take advantage of the opportunities that present itself. But as it stands right now, there's nothing for me. Um, I would be inclined on gold to watch lower time frame, um, sell off and find new support, and then look to buy it. That would be my preference. Um, but yeah, guys, you know what? I'm gonna call it a day because I don't want to get caught in any chop today, and everything's moved a good chunk. So we'll come back Monday. I've had no issues today, which is fantastic. So hopefully we can be live again and more people will be around to join in on Monday at 1 o'clock. We will be focusing on gold and NASDAQ with a touch of the DAX thrown in should we get an opportunity. But yeah, so unfortunately, guys, there's been no trades today. Nothing triggered. So I just want to wish you all a lovely weekend, and I will see you. King Patrick, see you next week. I go live every day at 1 o'clock, and if I'm not here, it's because TikTok have refused me live access because I've played music or I've done something that I'm not allowed to do. So yeah, just turn up every day at 1 o'clock, King Patrick, either here or on YouTube, and I look forward to seeing you more frequently. So 1 o'clock UK time. So it's 2:10 now here in the UK. I've been on just over an hour, but I will be back next week, 1 o'clock, Monday. So if there's anything you want, you can message me privately. So you can always DM me, guys, um, and I'll always respond. Okay. Lisa, thanks. Info, what effects? Oh yeah, cheers, darling. Take care. User T4940. Have a good weekend, you too. Bye bye. Bye bye bye. Bye guys. Um, see you next week. Oops, can't close it down.